Hey, it's Summer here from Childcare Business Growth, and I'm at CBG Live in Miami with Tym Smith. He literally just walked off the stage from an amazing session. Tym, tell us a little bit about your session and what inspired you to choose that topic.
Awesome. Well, thank you for having me. Super exciting. I have loved the energy of this event and the willingness from the participants to be vulnerable and to grow and ask those difficult questions. It's just been really good. I just presented on resiliency in early education, how to bounce back from these difficult times that we have experienced over the last 5 years. Something that is so desperately needed in the industry right now. You know, when you look at how you're operating your schools, how we operate our schools in 2025 is very different than 2019.
2019, those schools do not exist.
They don't exist anymore.
It's not the same.
Right. So being able to regulate those inner thoughts that we have in our head about how things used to be and how things should be, and practice the power of acceptance that things are what they are. But I really wanted to focus on the why we are where we're at right now with the consequences of the pandemic with both children and adults, and for the participants to see things differently so that they would be willing to do things differently. Growth comes from that opportunity to do something differently and to move forward. So that's what it was all about.
I love it.
Being the last session of the 2 days, we needed to pick up some energy. Everyone's been sitting down, and so I added a lot of music and movement and interaction.
We were jamming out. It was happening in there.
Right.
Lean on me. That was
awesome. Lean on me, right? Because that's what we do as owners and directors. We lean on each other. We need to lean on each other. It's essential. So the aha moment was, as a presenter and as a coach, I feed off of the participants' energy.
Yes.
Their facial expressions, their body language, and to see people go through that transformational change at the beginning of the session, during the session, until the end of the session, it was impactful. And to be able to see their responses and feel their energy really let me know that they got it.
I love that. That's okay. Today's been kind of an emotional day. There have been laughter, there have been tears, there have been dance parties, been lulls. Whew. Yeah. We rode that roller coaster today.
Yes, we have.
CBG Live all the way. Okay, I will tell you my favorite thing that you talk about is, and maybe you can share it, you explain it way more eloquently than I ever could, but my favorite thing that you talk about is in terms of leadership, okay? And how we can't assume anything and everyone comes to the table with a bag on their shoulder. Mm-hmm. Can you share just a snapshot of that story? That I'm going to replay this over and over and over again when I walk. So know that your listeners are going to be off the charts because it's me.
Oh, awesome. So we all walk around life with an imaginary bag, and all of our experiences from the moment we're born to sitting right here in this room, all of those experiences go in your imaginary bag. Your belief, your thoughts, your opinions, your convictions are all based off of what's in that bag. So, as you're interacting with, whether it be your employees or your families or your significant other in your own personal family, it's that willingness to be curious about what people have in their bag. Instead of quickly judging someone because they believe in something different than you or they have a different opinion, it's that willingness to say, tell me more. Let me understand what's in your bag.
Can I share with you
Yes.
an honest, true story?
Okay.
So we heard you speak. I heard you speak. My directors heard you speak. We talked about this. And my director had come. She had just hired somebody. And she said, okay, I'm going to need you to sweep the floor after lunch. Like, it's after lunch. I'm going to need you to sweep the floor. And the director popped back in the room. And she said the room looked worse than before, if that was even a thing. but the girl was so proud. She was like, I swept the floor, and she was so happy. And the director was looking around like, what is happening? What in the world? And so instead of that initial judgment, she said, can you show me how you swept? Her only experience of sweeping was from Disney movies, where you like sweep like this and you like dance around the room. And so she showed up with that curiosity and said, can you show me how you swept? And she said, okay, let me show you how we sweep here at our school. And so it stood out to her. And so that's why I think that bag story is so impactful to me, because we saw it play out and it changed the way my leadership team showed up.
I love that story. And you know, the example that I gave today is it's not just the adults and what's in their bag, but we have 3-year-old children that are walking into our programs right now with a very full bag. So
when you talk about 2019 and how nothing's the same, the children aren't the same either.
They're not.
Their bags are full of different experiences and things that we have in our bag as adults, but they have them as children. That's such a good point. Wow.
And we talked today about, you know, understanding that right now in 2025, your infants, your toddlers, your preschoolers, your pre-K children, the COVID world is the only world they know. And especially those that were born in 2020 and 2021, which are your 3 and 4-year-olds right now, they missed so many of the essential skills needed for development. So yeah, we've got a lot of work to do. We can do it.
We absolutely can.
We
We're
absolutely
resilient.
can do it.
We got this.
But we've got to understand where the children are at right now. And
What's
this
in their
is where
bag?
they're at and what's in their bag.
What's in their bag?
Yeah.
Tim, you always share such gold nuggets. I love it so much. Thank you for what you do for early childhood. You're an advocate for all of early childhood, and I'm so honored to be speaking with you today. If our listeners want to learn more about you and what you do, where can they find you?
You can follow me on social media, Facebook or Instagram, Tim the Trainer. My name is spelled with a Y, T-Y-M-T-H-E Trainer. Also my website, timthetrainer.com. Lots of incredible resources, trainings, videos, all kinds of stuff. You can come on a cruise with me. We do professional development at sea. We have a cruise coming up in October. It's almost sold out though. So yeah, follow me on social media, visit my website.
Thanks, Tim.
Yeah.